And good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. That's you guys. Good morning on this 01.23.2023. Current time is 05:28 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside on this Monday morning. Start of a new week. I hope everybody had a great weekend. This is Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the Twitch, as well as at Fireman Rich over there on Twitter, where I told myself as a social media observer, social media enthusiast, and we're here for the Monday morning coffee Twitch broadcast with the coffee here. The coffee is good. I'm going to say those watching this on the replay, thank you very much, and I don't know. We may not get some people in the chat this morning. Who knows? It's always a mixed bag and stuff like that. But I hope everybody did have a good weekend. I did. I did. It went fairly quick. Let's see. Saturday. The big thing is we were fortunate enough to have a gift certificate. We went out to eat over there at the Beer Tree, and we had a good lunch, very good lunch, very good service there. It's always good. It's a little pricey. It's like, but we were gifted a gift certificate that we could probably stretched it out to 2 meals. We said screw it. We'll just. But we had a good. The missus had and I had a good lunch Saturday. I didn't broadcast Saturday. I did broadcast yesterday. Twitter Live. I'm starting to warm up again too. Twitter Live is looking pretty decent as far as to be going back to occasions and stuff like that. You all know that I am on Rumble at Fireman Rich over there in Rumble. You just go to the Rumble page and put in the search engines at Fireman Rich, and you'll find my page there. And we also got a game in yesterday, and there's Tina. Good morning, Tina from New Jersey. Hello, good morning. Glad to see you here this Monday morning. But the gaming, I only stayed on there for an hour. I was on with my main character, and it just the scenario, the quest, the mission that I was trying to do. It's when you get up there in levels, they get a little more complicated and a little more. The puzzle becomes a little more complex. So I only stayed on for an hour. I was jaunting around. It was good to get on there for an hour, but I knew football was coming on, and I was hungry for lunch, so I figured I'd get some lunch before the football. The football this weekend, the divisional playoffs, some good football. The Bills lost, so it's like, I don't know. It's just disappointment there, but they played the Bengals. The Bengals are a tough team as far as that goes. Who won the Dallas? Oh, San Francisco beat the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, wow. That was close, 12-19. Wow. So Dallas couldn't get anything done. They did get 10 points in the but they were shy by a touchdown. That's too bad. And 49. I watched about a little bit the first half, and it was what was the score? It was 9-6, and it just, I don't know. I wasn't feeling the football after the Bills loss. The Giants lost Saturday night. They got waxed. they got waxed. Philadelphia. So I guess Philly's going to play San Francisco, and Cincinnati will be playing the Kansas City Chiefs. So out of those four, I'm going with the Chiefs. That's my team. I'm going to be going with now. So, but it did snow up in Buffalo. We did get some. We do have some snow out here. I don't think we got the 2 or 3 inches they were expecting. I think we got maybe an inch and a half. But currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, it is 34 degrees Fahrenheit, and that equates to 1 degree centigrade as far as that goes. And we have snow this morning with tapering off and giving way to cloudy skies this afternoon. Let's see, temperatures nearly steady in the mid-30s, winds out of the northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of snow is 90% again today, up until noontime. Well, we'll see. Temperatures are above freezing, so I think whatever we get, the roads look clean. I looked outside and I saw that snow. It's been raining here for, yeah, you got the rain down south there. The line is right there along below, just below us, the Catskills going into Pennsylvania, Tina. So you've got rain. You'll get rain all day. We'll get snow. I didn't see it snowing out there, and it's fairly dark, but I get some light out there. It does. I looked out the back door when I woke up, and I didn't see any snow really. So, but chance of snow 90%, about a 1 inch expected. I think there's just barely an inch out there now. There's not an. I don't think there's not enough. I can see the sidewalk, so there's not. It's like a half inch maybe, if that. I'm not even going to go out there and shovel. If there was more than a couple inches, I wouldn't be doing the broadcast right now. I'd be out there snow throwing right now. So it's not that bad. The roads look clean, but the temperature, and there's the furnace. The furnace just kicked on. So there's our weather. The sun will be rising this morning at 07:27, which is in about another hour. And an hour and 51 minutes or so, thereabouts, an hour and 50 minutes here on the East Coast at 7:27 a.m. It will be setting at 5:09 p.m. as far as that goes. So there's our weather and our times and temperatures around the world. You can always see, well, I'm up north of where Tina's at. She's down in Jersey. I'm up here in New York. She's got rain. We got snow. She's more along the coast down there on Jersey. But our times and temperatures starting in Honolulu, Hawaii, clear skies at 12:35 a.m. this morning, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, partly cloudy skies at 3:35 a.m., 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And Albuquerque, New Mexico, it's still getting cold there, 30 degrees Fahrenheit with partly cloudy skies also there. Chicago, Illinois, it's cloudy. It was snowing yesterday, of course, the snow that came in here. At 4:36 a.m., it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the jungle, 37 degrees Fahrenheit, a little bit warmer than it is here. Raining down there. So it's raining down in New York City. So from New York City and then down in Jersey where Tina's, there's rain down there. So it tells me it's fairly warm down there too, probably in the upper 30s there where Tina's at, if they have rain. Across the pond in the Atlantic Ocean, oh, you got 41 degrees? Oh, I wish we had 40. That's a good temperature. That'll keep the snow away. It'll be a wet day for you all down there in Jersey then, Tina. In Cork, Ireland, it's cloudy skies at 10:36 a.m., 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Get this, in Milan, Italy, I'm seeing a snowflake. They have snow in Milan, Italy right now at 37 degrees Fahrenheit at 11:37 a.m. Also in Milan, Italy, there's a good friend of mine, online friend, Nazim, and I was informed yesterday I was on with Ted Hicks and Tony D, and prior to we go on broadcast, they informed me, and I just want to make a public acknowledgement of and condolences to Nazim for the loss of his mother. He lost his mother as far as that goes this past weekend, I believe, or something like that. I don't know the exact date, but I know he has a loss in the family. So my thoughts and prayers are with you, Nazim, and we're here for you. Nazim's a great guy. I've known Nazim online here for quite a long time. I've known him since the Blab days, so we're talking over 10 years. He's a great guy. He's a fellow New Yorker. He's from New York City before he traveled and resided over there in Italy. And but I heard the news, and I felt sunken, because yesterday was would have been my mother's 94th birthday, as far as that goes, and she passed away 10 years ago, last October. So thoughts and prayers are with you, Nazim, and stuff like that. We'll hook up with him. He great guy, great. He's there in Milan, so he's experiencing some snow, as far as that goes. Big snowflake there on the thing. So okay, so moving on. In Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, it's partly sunny, partly cloudy at 1:38 p.m. in the afternoon. 66 degrees Fahrenheit in New Delhi, India at 4:08 p.m. in the afternoon. Cloudy skies, 72 degrees Fahrenheit in Mumbai, India. We do have a temperature this morning, 4:09 p.m. also. Cloudy skies, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Kuala Lumpur, they have thunderstorms. Yes, I like him, Tina. So, yeah, Nazim's a great guy. Very great guy. He builds ships. He builds ships. Literally, the cruise ships there and stuff like that. So, very, very smart and intelligent individual. Let's see. Kuala Lumpur, thunder showers at 6:39 p.m. 79 degrees Fahrenheit in Manila, Philippines. It is partly cloudy skies at 6:39 p.m. in the evening. 82 degrees Fahrenheit there in Tokyo, Japan. At 7:39 p.m. Cloudy skies. 41 degrees Fahrenheit there in Melbourne, Australia. Just changing to 9:40 p.m. It is 75 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and partly cloudy skies in Sydney, to the west of Melbourne, at 9:40 p.m. also 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our times and temperatures as of right now. And Tim Fan 43, hey, good morning, sir. Thank you for being in my short game broadcast. I was having some. I think I got him. I got it tackled though. I got the idea. I have the corrective action as far as my microphone went out, and yesterday during the game a couple times. So I gotta be aware of this little green thing that goes across and stuff like that. So good morning, Tim. Glad to have you here this morning for the morning coffee broadcast here on Twitch. And again, thank you for being on the broadcast yesterday. I was on for an hour. It was fun. It was getting on there, but like I said, I just wasn't feeling, so I stayed on for an hour and got off. And then later on, I was on last night with Ted Hicks and on Tony D's broadcast, and it was good being on there. That's posted. I retweeted it on my Twitter line. You can go to Tony D's. Let me see. Let's see. Let me get his card here. Is that Tony? No, that's my Rumble card. Let's see. Straighten out my desk to a little bit. But Tony D, a great guy, great broadcaster. It's always good being and fun. I always have a great time talking with Tony D and Ted Hicks. I don't get to talk to Ted that much. I know he's getting ready going into New York City this morning, as far as that goes. So if you're watching this on the background, in the background there, Ted, or on the replay, thank you very much. Always great fun talking to you, sir. I saw Tony, but I was I was in Bible studies. Okay, and here's Ted Hicks's. He's the real Ted Hicks. He does late night parenting. I was on with these two gentlemen, and like I said, it's always a pleasure to talk with these guys. These guys are fellow New Yorkers, and I always have a ball talking with them. We're talking about football and other things and stuff like that, and someday I will meet them. I'll probably I'll make it a point that New York City is only about a 3 to 4 hour drive south of here, and I know they eventually I'll hook up with them and buy them a coffee or maybe even a beer, depending on the time of day, right? But then again, when we used to get off of when I was in the Air Force, we used to get off a shift, and it it'd be like 8 o'clock in the morning. We go to the local cafe and we'd have a cup of coffee first, but then about 9 o'clock we'd say, oh, it's 3:30 somewhere in the world, so let's start drinking some beer. Oh, the things I did when I was younger. Oh my God. Oh, looking back, good times then, and so it's always great being on with Tony, and please follow him here on Twitch as well as, and also Ted. They're a couple of good guys. Let's see our thought for the day. I had one from George Washington, but I couldn't. It was too long on the Twitter. It wouldn't have posted on the Twitter. It's too long, so I went with let's see, where is it here? I have it here somewhere. And the quote is from John Steinbeck. Those people that he's one of those individuals from the literary world, John Steinbeck, a great American writer. John Ernest Steinbeck Jr. was an American writer and the 1962 Nobel Prize winner in literature. He was winning for his realistic and imaginary writing, combining as they do the humor. The Grapes of Wrath. Yes, that's a classic. And keen social perceptions. He is also best known. He has been called the giant of American letters, as far as that goes. So John Steinbeck. John Steinbeck. And his quote and our thought for the day goes as follows: "It is a common experience that a problem difficulty at night is resolved in the morning after the commitment of sleep has worked on it." So basically, if you got a problem, sleep on it, right? In so many words, it's a more gracious way of saying that. It is a common experience that a problem difficulty at night is resolved in the morning after the commitment of sleep has worked on it. So you've given it some thought. We all have problems and issues, especially more so nowadays because, as far as money is tight for everybody as far as that goes. And, there's times where you'd like to help out, but you just can't. It's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching, but you can't put yourself or your family in dire straits. Family is always first, I guess. It's hard to say because I do have a lot of good friends around this world that you'd like to help when they need it. It's easy to give the moral support as far as that goes, but it's very heart-wrenching at times when you just can't help, and you're at a loss. And I think with my mother's birthday yesterday, it brings up a lot of good memories and stuff like that, but it was a rough time her last few years and stuff like that, and it was as far as because I would have to travel to visit her at St. Teresa's down there in Middletown, New York, and so it was. But she's at peace now, and that's the one consolation I have. But it's just like you have to remember the trials and tribulations that you've gone through and stuff like that. And we constantly have those, especially now. You have to watch how you can't spend frivolously and stuff like that because the prices of everything. And as well as I do, Tina and Tim. What's the price of probably the box of cocoa wheats there has gone up too, hasn't it, Tim? Tim Fan 43, he's in the chat in Michigan, so he's always talking about his cocoa wheats. But just a box of cereal, I can remember. Yeah, it is crazy, Tina. I know. It just when you talk about it, and I've been giving it some thought this morning. It's just like there's nothing you can do with it as far as you have to try and maintain um, maintain the homestead and stuff like that. And so it's heart wrenching when I'd say I just you like to help and you just can't and stuff like that. So but things will work out. Things always tend to work out eventually as far as that goes. So yeah, but it is a crazy time we live in as far as that goes. So let's see our national. So this is my biggest enjoyment right here, entertainment, because it doesn't really cost anything because the internet's on the budget, it's already paid for and stuff like that. So I get at least some enjoyment out of it being here and stuff and whatnot. So let's see. Today is Monday, the 23rd of January, 2023. It is the 23rd day. We do have it is week 4 as far as that goes. And what is this? I don't know what is that. No, I don't want that. Okay, that's something. Get rid of that. Let's see. We have a good one. We have National Handwriting Day. No, I like this one. National Pie Day, Tina. And you're just saying I'm grabbing a piece of pie today. National Pie Day, January 23rd. What kind of pie is that? That looks like a cranberry or something like that. National Pie Day on January 23rd celebrates one of the nation's favorite desserts. Pie, my favorite. Yeah, I love apple pie with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on it. That's one of my favorite desserts. No matter how you slice it, pie in just about any form makes a crowd happy. Fruit pie, berry pie, cream pie. They are mouth-watering servings of homemade goodness. Hashtag National Pie Day. There's a store down there, down in next town, Waverly, next village, Waverly, New York. The Ted Clark's. They have pies down there that every time I go in there, I'm looking at them. God, they look good. Every time you go in there, I want to buy a pie. But each week we offer. Oh, that's. Let's see. National Pie Day simply celebrates the pie. Everyone is invited to bake their favorite pie or buy it. But more importantly, the day reminds us to enjoy eating pie. The only other question to ask is, will it be a la mode with a scoop of ice cream? I like mine a la mode. So there we have it. That's the national day we're going with today. National Pie Day, as far as that goes. What are we doing at time? Oh, we're way ahead of schedule here, so that's good. And let's see. We have during my what is it? My Twitter live broadcast yesterday. I did read an article. I guess we had, who do we have? We had Chris Technician and Lady Cat Erica were in that broadcast. So as far as that goes, and you were at Bible study yesterday. I take it. Well, you're busy with stuff. I know, Tina. You were busy with stuff, so that's no big deal. You can always watch the replay. That's what's good. You can always watch the replay. I'm not, if you're here, you're not. I know you're gonna watch it on the replay or catch a little bit of it. But we did talk about something. It was the most distant stars in the Milky Way. Yeah, church and study. Yeah, yeah. That's on your schedule and stuff like that. You know what? Yesterday. But this article, the most distant stars in the Milky Way were detected by astronomers and stuff. It's about these 802. They're out on the outer halo fringes of our the Milky Way. But yesterday, I was not feeling. It was weird because it's we had football Saturday, and then the games were on late. But yesterday was the first time I just had this this funky feeling. That's what I would call it, a funky feeling. It was like a hole. Like, what am I gonna do? It was like getting. It was like, because for the last 18 weeks past, Sunday morning I usually get up, get the things done, and then Tony D would come on before noon to do a football broadcast, and the belt, whatever. I can't think of what he calls his. What is it? He calls his broadcast for the football. It's called the Belt King Fantasy Football League. Belt King. So, and that's always fun. I always, but we didn't have one until, and actually, I was just waking up from a nap when he was going live. Actually, he was on for about 30 minutes waiting for Ted, and then I saw the notification because I took a 2-hour nap yesterday afternoon. Figure getting ready because I just was not feeling staying up doing anything. So I took a nap, but there was this hole because at 1 o'clock for the last 18 weeks, we've had football. There's no more football at 1 o'clock now. We're in the playoffs. Pretty soon to be a Super Bowl. So, and we talked a little bit about that on Tony D's broadcast as far as, we got basketball. I'm not really into the basketball this year for some reason. I think it's because it's just too many games. There's several games on, and so I'm going to be looking forward to the USFL that's going to be starting in February, and then, or is that April? And then the XFL. Those two they're going to be starting February and March and stuff like that. So there's going to be some football there, but it was just that. What am I going to do at that time? And I think I tried doing it with the. I'll probably be playing my game or doing something, broadcasting of some sort. But the football is over with, basically, as far as that. So there's, how you have that routine, boom, 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 and then all of a sudden it's gone. It's not there anymore. So, like Wednesday night I would do the, I'm going to miss it too. So it's been, and that's the sign, Tina, of a good football season. We've had some really good football playing. I'm a little disappointed the Bills didn't make it this year, but given I don't know the way it ended, as far as that goes, and the Giants. Well, I'm happy for the Giants. The Giants, they had even though they lost to Philly, this has been a good year for them. They've not had a year like this for years. Jets could have been a little bit better. So I think the transition's going on now to where we do have the USFL and XFL coming up. But it's not going to be as extensive as the NFL. So, the next big thing, if I might be looking at college basketball as far as that goes, and, we'll be talking of some sort of sports on Tony D's broadcast as far as that goes. And like I said, I had a really fun time yesterday talking with Tony and Ted. It's always very, very astute and gracious individuals, very smart. And what they have, and I like their observations on things, as far as that goes, and as far as that goes. So yeah, I'm gonna miss it too. Just get how many more days? The Super Bowl, I think it's gonna be, I don't know, Kansas City, Cincinnati. That's gonna be a good game. And next week, San Francisco and Philly. I think in that game I'm going to be taking Philly. I gotta go with the Northeast National Football Conference. San Francisco, I think they're beatable. I think Philly's tough, and they think they showed it with the Giants. They just mowed. Giants shouldn't even came out of the locker room. They should have just said, "You guys won. We're going home." They got their butts handed to them and stuff like that. San Francisco, Dallas gave them a run for their money, but Dallas, there's always next year, right? As far as that goes. So, so let's see. So yeah, I did talk about, and let's see. Tomorrow, I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be the Anchor Morning Audio. We're going to talk about a prehistoric flower. How's that? I'll just let it there. So I'm over there on Anchor.fm at Fireman Rich, and I broadcast over there for people watching this on the replay, watching this Twitch broadcast on the replay. I do the audio. I do the podcast, if you want to say that. I'm thinking about Ed Waters. He's watching this. He gave me a retweet and a like on yesterday's broadcast, the Twitter Live, I believe. And so, Ed, yeah, I'm going to do the podcast. Okay, I don't like using it, but I'll say it. But I think I'm going to, it's going to be about the prehistoric flower. So you'll have to listen to see what the scoop is on that as far as that goes for tomorrow. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do the Anchor Morning Audio. And for the most part, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is just a visual live stream part of it. So let's see. We have, let's close with our interesting history. We're going to be at the top of the hour here. So let's see our good history. Good news history as far as that goes. What do we got here? Do we have anything of interest? Okay, here. The first bridge over the Mississippi River opened in Minnesota in 1855. What was the first? Where was that at? I was born in Minnesota. I was born in Rochester, Minnesota. My mom is from Winona, Minnesota. Where was that bridge at? Let's see. The first bridge across the Mississippi. Anthony Falls. Is that where it is? What was the first bridge over the Mississippi? It was the Father Louis Hennepin Bridge. Was built in 1855 and took advantage of the transportation possibilities provided by the Mississippi above St. Anthony Falls. It was the first bridge built to span the Mississippi River and made crossing its length above the falls much easier. So the Mississippi River, when you get up into Minnesota, it's not as wide as it is down further south as far as that goes. I did some fishing on the Mississippi with my grandfather, I remember as a kid. It was back the summer of '67. Yeah, the summer of '67. I was, 10 or 11, and I remember fishing, going out in that rowboat, because in Winona, where at my grandparents' house, the house sat here, and then right across the street there was a railroad track, and then right over there was the Mississippi. So it was like it was pretty neat going fishing. I still remember that. It was a fantastic time. Let's see. The peace accords was reached between the U.S. and Vietnam back in 1973, which was, and it still took us quite a long time to heal as far as that goes. The Vietnam vet did not get their just dues as far as coming back from that war. It was became more of a political thing for us in Vietnam. I grew up during the Vietnam War, and this country was torn apart by it and stuff like that. So, like I said, today is National Handwriters Day, and in the U.S., it was established on John Hancock's birthday back in 1977. So that's how we've got the other one. But I'm still going with Pi Day. I like Pi Day. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted its first members on this day back in 1986. It was Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, James Brown, Ray Charles, Fats Domino, the Everly Brothers, Buddy Holly, and Jerry Lee Lewis. And of all of them, I think they're all greats. Those are all greats. Great musicians and stuff. And all greats, yes, exactly. Let's see. And that's about it. Okay, so we're at the top of the hour, so I'm going to go ahead and exit stage left here as far as that goes, folks, and get our day started. And I want to say thank you, Tina, very much for being in the chat. Thank you, Tim Fan, for being here. We're getting our Monday started as we start a new week, as we're working towards the weekend. And we'll say thanks and ciao to you, Tina, and bye to Tim. And for those watching on the replay, thank you very much for your views. Greatly appreciated. And we'll be back Wednesday for the live stream, but tomorrow is the audio on Anchor Morning Audio. So till Wednesday when we come back here on Twitch, you all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care. Thanks again, Tina. Thanks again, Tim. Enjoy the day, folks, wherever you may be.